That's a great question because it's a common misconception that because the vendor is cutting off our support, that must mean we have no choice but to move forward with the upgrade. And that is absolutely what they want you to think. And so by asking the question, I think it's a good thing you're asking the question, but the way you frame the question, and I'm not trying to pick on the person that asked this question, but the way that that person framed it suggests that maybe they don't know that there is an option. And that's something that's sorely lacking in this industry, is just the understanding that you do have alternatives, and that any choice you make is going to have risks. It's not just the risk of not upgrading. There is risk there, but there's this, I would argue, an even more significant risk of upgrading for some organizations. So short answer is no, you do not need to upgrade just because SAP or whoever your software vendor is. If you're a Microsoft customer, you might be facing the same thing. They have a similar timeline of decommissioning support for their products, or the legacy products. But just because you're unsupported doesn't mean you're unsupported. You may not have vendor support, but you can get support in other ways. You can go to third-party providers. There's companies like Rimini Street and Spinnaker Support that provide third-party maintenance and support for SAP, and they've committed to do it up until 2040. So that buys you another 10 years that you could be using ECC.